What's up guys, it is I, once again, Mr. Gamer 990, and today guys I want to review Call of Duty Advanced Warfare by Sledgehammer Games and Activision. And guys, I have reviewed I think a Call of Duty game in the past. It was probably Black Ops or Black Ops 2 I think, and I have reviewed 4 other games, and this is my 5th game review on Advanced Warfare. And guys, if you don't know, I'm a huge Call of Duty fan. I mean, the first game that introduced me to the Call of Duty series was World at War, and then I got reintroduced to the series after so many years of not playing the game with Black Ops. Black Ops was a series that really reminded me why I love Call of Duty, and it's because of the story and not so much the multiplayer, which a lot of people are very into, but not me. I prefer the story over anything else, even though at times it can be cliche as hell, and this is no different. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is the game that it was a huge success compared to Activision's previous Call of Duty game, Ghost, even though I have not played Ghost, but a lot of people seem to hate the multiplayer aspect of that game. But once again, I don't focus on the multiplayer. I focus entirely on the story, the campaign mode, and the characters in the game. I don't specialize in describing the gameplay aspect of these video games produced by Activision or Sledgehammer Games, but I do love to talk about the story and give you guys the pros and cons of these games. And the basic plot to Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, it takes place in the year 2054 in the future, where North Korea are battling South Korea, and in Seoul the North Koreans have developed a new technology allowing them to turn the tide against the South Koreans, and you are playing a Marine Corps officer alongside your best friend, and your character is Jack Mitchell, who's voiced by Troy Baker. Jack Mitchell and his friend Will Irons are sent with their commanding officer, Sergeant Cormac, and during the mission Will Irons gets killed, and Jack Mitchell, his hand gets cut off, and because Jack Mitchell lost his arm, he was discharged from the military, and his best friend and fellow soldier was given a funeral, in which was also attended by his father, Jonathan Irons, the CEO of Atlas Corporation. And Jonathan Irons is played by Kevin Spacey, who's known in Hollywood for such films like American Beauty and Glenn Ross, and he's a very big name actor, guys, and I really do love Kevin Spacey. He is by far the best part of this game. Jonathan Irons, being the CEO of Atlas Corporation, he gives Mitchell a second chance by allowing him to work for him in Atlas Corporation as a soldier, and he gives him a second arm, a bionic arm, which he funded himself, and he assigns Mitchell to his own team that includes Gideon and Ilona, and Mitchell adjusts to his new bionic arm and works well with his teammates Ilona and Gideon. But during their mission over, I think some part in the Middle East, I'm not really sure which part it is, they are to hunt down this man named Hades, and Hades has information about Jonathan Irons, and because of that information that Hades has given Mitchell and his team, a whole web of conspiracies starts to surround Jonathan Irons, and Mitchell feels betrayed and he feels backstabbed by Jonathan Irons, and from then they start to form their own resistance alongside Sergeant Cormac, who has made his own team of resistance against Atlas Corporation. And Atlas are planning to bring down the United States of America so that they may make the world a better place, free of war, and have nothing but peace. I really love the characters of Jack Mitchell, Gideon, Jonathan Irons obviously, and I also love Ilona, who is the only female member of the team, and I also really love Will Irons from what little we see of him in the beginning, and the whole idea of Jonathan Irons trying to save America and trying to save the world in general, and the length he's willing to go, no matter what sacrifices he has to make. It really makes a lot of sense, guys. I am not joking. I mean, despite all the things that Jonathan Irons does, which is horrible, he really does care about making the world better, and not just for America, no, because he actually sees all the faults coming from the USA and how he's trying to correct those faults by getting rid of the current government and putting the world under the control of Atlas Corporation with him as the head. And guys, honestly, I can't help but sympathize with Irons. I can't help but see his point of view, and he is no monster. I mean, there are multiple times he could kill Mitchell anytime he wanted to, but he never does. And Irons is that kind of character who genuinely cares about Mitchell and his team, and he does care about making the world a better place. Honestly, are we living in a world right now where there's peace and harmony? No. I mean, this game brings up a question of how far are we willing to go to put a stop to war and to have total peace, because Jonathan Irons is frustrated and fed up with the politicians, government, and presidents talking about peace and making promises they never keep, and I really do feel his frustration. And guys, to be honest, I can't help but sympathize with Jonathan Irons. That's my personal opinion, but the fact that we have to put a stop to his plan to destroy the United States of America and having to bring him down after all the lives he sacrificed, and it really is sad, to be honest, and I really feel bad for him. And the fact that he and Mitchell have this father and son relationship, especially after his son Will Irons died, and the fact that Will was Mitchell's best friend, it really does break my heart, because Mitchell was like a brother to you, which makes Jonathan Irons your father, and it's really sad. And my god, Kevin Spacey's performance is fantastic. And what's funny is that your character Jack Mitchell doesn't talk throughout the entire game except in pre-rendered cutscenes, and I love those pre-rendered cutscenes, but during the moments of combat, when the game starts, Mitchell is silent. He is the silent protagonist with a troubled past, which I really hate, to be honest, guys. I mean, I am so sick and tired of these characters who are like the silent hero who's badass and has a troubled past, like John Marston from Red Dead Redemption, even though I love him to death, or Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid, or Joel from The Last of Us. I mean, it goes on, and I really am tired of these characters, no matter how much I love them. It's a cliche, but yeah, we as guys love these kind of characters, and I guess that's okay. The gameplay itself is really cool. I really like the new additions that they add in a Call of Duty game, specifically with the exosuits. That includes upgrades, and you have tactical and lethal grenades. You have like this ability where you can jump from high distance, and you can land down using this jetpack, and you can do a lot of things that seems impossible because of this exoskeleton suit. And I really love this new mechanic they add in a Call of Duty game. And the lethal and tactical grenade from EMP and stunning and frag and smart grenades, I mean, it's all so cool. I love it so much. The guns are awesome as usual in a Call of Duty game, and I love the enemies you face that wear these mech suits. These mech suits, guys, I mean, these guys are bad motherfuckers. I mean, these guys, the mech suits, are just so insane. They're so hard to kill, but later in the game, guys, you get to wear their own mech suit, and it is friggin' awesome, man. It is so cool, and I love it. And guys, I mean, there's not much to say about the gameplay itself. It's really cool, it's really fun, but the story is what got me hooked. No matter how cliche as hell it is, and it really is a cliched game, I really do love the characters and the dynamic between them, and especially the dynamic between Jack Mitchell and Jonathan Irons. And I really do think you guys will like this game, especially if you're a huge Call of Duty fan. But yeah, that's my review to Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like, comment, subscribe if you wish, and please check out my movie channel where I talk about movies, anime, and television. And until next time, peace out, take care, adios, amigos, au revoir, and sayonara.